Hello class, how's everybody? I hope you are okay. Okay, today we are going to go through chapter 10, Transport in Humans. Okay, I hope we have already answered these questions and at least tried. Okay, please turn to page 23 of your resource book, worksheet. Now, question 1. Which of the following is not true of white blood cell? Okay, answer here is B. It contains hemoglobin. Okay, the part of the blood that contains hemoglobin is not the white blood cell. Okay, it's the red blood cell. Okay, so this statement here is not true. Now, let's take a look at question 2. Okay, which of the following is found inside plasma? Okay, hormones, water, and red blood cells, they are found inside plasma. So your answer here is C. Now, what is bile? Okay, bile is this yellowish green liquid that is actually produced by the liver. Sometimes when you're unwell, you cough and you vomit, you have this greenish, yellowish liquid that tastes a little bit bitter among your vomit. That is bile. Okay, this is not found inside the plasma. Question 3. Which of the following about arteries is false? Okay, it should be arteries always carry oxygenated blood. This is false. Okay, because there is actually one artery known as the pulmonary artery. It will actually carry deoxygenated blood, okay, to the lungs, okay, for it to receive the oxygen. So arteries doesn't always carry oxygenated blood. So answer here is B. Now, question 4. Okay, which of the following chambers exert the highest pressure during the beating of the heart? Okay, the answer here is B, left ventricle. Okay, reason being the left ventricle needs to pump blood to the rest of the body. So it has to travel a long distance. Okay, so the wall need to be thick so that it can withstand that high pressure, okay, that is flowing. Now turn to the next page. Let's take a look at section B, the structured questions. Okay, the first question here shows you the blood, okay, in a capillary. Now name the blood cell X. Okay, this blood cell here is actually the disc-like shape, which is of the red blood cell. Okay, so this is your answer. Now, part 2. So what is the main function of X, which is the red blood cell? Okay, red blood cell helps to carry oxygen from the lungs to the other parts of the body. Part B. Okay, explain why white blood cells are important in human body. Okay, some of us, sometimes we tend to fall sick. So what happens is that the white blood cells in our body are very important during this time, okay, because this is part of our body's defense mechanism, okay. It will recognize and fight foreign disease-causing particles. That means when you are unwell, the white blood cells help to fight infection. Okay, part C. Name two other components in the blood which are not in the diagram. Okay, other than red blood cell and white blood cells, okay, we have two other components, the platelets as well as plasma. D. State which component in the blood is responsible for transporting glucose to the tissues in the body. Okay, this will be the plasma. Part E. Capillary wall is one cell thick. Explain how this feature is an advantage. Okay, the thin capillary walls, right, are of one cell thick. This allows for rapid or fast movement of substances in and out of the capillary. Okay, this is because when the wall is thin, it is actually much easier for substances to go in and out, and therefore diffusion become faster. Okay, turn to the next page. Question 2. Okay, you have a table that shows you the different blood vessels, okay, and the diameter of the lumen, as well as the average thickness of the wall. Okay, so you are asked to identify the blood vessels X, Y, and Z. Okay, so if you base on the diameter of the lumen and the thickness of the wall, okay, you can see that, okay, the easiest one is you look for the one with the Okay, sorry for the slight interruption. Let's continue with question 2 over here. Okay, so if you look at these units here, right? Okay, it's actually called uh, micrometer. Micro means very small. Okay, as small as a small organism, microorganism. So given these units over here, Y is actually the smallest. Okay, so therefore Y is the capillary. Okay, then if you compare X and Z, okay, Z will have a greater thickness of the wall. Okay, that will actually be your artery. Okay, and X is your vein. So you explain the answer here, how you get this part A. Okay, X is a vein because the average thickness is thinner compared to Z. Okay, but it's actually more compared to Y. Y is a capillary because it has the smallest average thickness of the wall. Okay, just now I mentioned the units is a micrometer. That means very small, 10 to the power of negative 6. Don't worry about that, but just understand micro means very small. Okay, Z is the artery because it has the highest average thickness for the wall. Okay, then the gap, which is the lumen, right, is also small. Okay, so basically this is artery. Okay, you can pause the video and do your corrections if you did not get this part of the answer correct. Now let's continue with part C. Okay, part C here, okay, give you a diagram of the human circulatory system. Okay, you are asked to identify X, Y, Z by labeling them with their respective letter and use arrow to show the pathway taken by the blood in the circulation. Okay, so in this case here, artery carry blood away from the heart. Okay, so the arrow is going down. Z is the artery. Okay, this network here, okay, is the capillaries Y. Okay, capillaries Y. Okay, vein, which is X, will carry blood to the heart. Okay, to the heart. Okay, then this side here is X, the vein. Okay, this side here is Z, the artery. Remember to draw in these two arrows to show the circulation of the blood. Okay, let's continue. Question 3. Okay, you are supposed to complete the table to show the characteristic of blood flow in the region P, Q, R, and S. Okay, in this case over here, okay, for deoxygenated blood, okay, it will be the right side. Remember I say R over here, you flip it, it look a little bit like D. So I hope that helps you to remember. Okay, so this is actually the right ventricle, Q, right atrium, P. Okay, remember the left and right is the other way around because you are actually taking the heart out facing yourself. It's just like you looking at the mirror. Right becomes left, left becomes right. Okay, so for the oxygenated blood, it will be the left side. Okay, so this is S, the left ventricle. Okay, this is R, the left atrium. Okay, so usually the ventricle will carry the blood, okay, at a higher pressure. Okay, the lower chamber. Okay, arrange the letter to represent the movement of the blood in the circulation starting from the heart. Okay, so that will be from P, right atrium, to Q, the right ventricle, then to R, okay, which is the left atrium, then S, the left ventricle. So what is the organ Z in the diagram? Okay, actually Z is lungs, okay, where we breathe. Okay, we breathe in the air, it enter the lungs. So what occurs when the blood reaches the lungs? Okay, inside the lungs, the deoxygenated blood will collect the oxygen that we breathe in and release the carbon dioxide. Okay, then the blood is now rich in oxygen and it becomes oxygenated. Now circle the parts in the heart that prevent blood from flowing in the wrong direction. Okay, it's referring to valve, which help to prevent the backflow of the blood. Okay, so this is where the valve are. Okay, can you please circle? If you only circle one part, can you do your corrections in pencil? Okay, circle it again. Okay, so that is the end of this particular worksheet. Okay, if you are not too clear, there's one more question. Okay, question 4. Okay, this is the human heart over here. Okay, so identify blood vessel L and explains its importance to the human heart. Okay, L is the coronary arteries. They transport oxygen and nutrients to the heart to enable it to function. Okay, describe the function of blood vessel M in region K. Now, blood vessel M are actually capillaries that allow the diffusion of oxygen and nutrients into the heart, as well as to remove carbon dioxide and waste substances from the heart. Okay, you can pause the video to do your corrections. Okay, part 3, describe one way blood vessel M is adapted to its function. Okay, that means for capillary. Okay, it has a wall that is 1 cell thick. Okay, that means very thin cell wall. Okay, it allows for fast diffusion of substances. So teacher, can I just write thin cell wall? No, it's not good enough. So please write down 1 cell thick. Okay, so with that, we are done. Okay, please make sure you use pencil to self-mark and you have done your corrections if you have gotten the questions wrong. Anything that are not too clear, you can still ask me. Okay, if not, you can replay the video again. Okay, that's all for now. Bye bye.